should be pretty good right there. On the safe side. So on the putting surface, and taking a good look now at this birdie putt here at the second.
Now it's at sneaky distance.
Came to the putt excited to make birdie. Now, settle for par.
Yeah, a little change in the attitude right now. When you've let one go, you've got to really knuckle down there and make sure you don't drop a shot. It's important that this one goes in.
Well, that's disappointing. He misses the par putt, and he'll have this for bogey. Standing over this putt, concentrating on the read.
In this situation, Rich, a bogey's not all that bad. Still has the lead.
Now to the third hole, and Frank, again, it is relatively short.
But well bunkered off the tee, Rich, so a decision to be made here. 2 bunkers down the left side. The one he's loading up on it.
Look at the coil there.
Tom Weiskopf was one of my idols growing up. I loved the way he swung. That swing right there reminds me of my idol.
It looks like Rory McIlroy, Frank, sticking the follow-through. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Oh, can't hide the flag stick from that man. Made a par in his previous round. This time, it's for birdie. And that's a birdie. And now back over to the fourth. Even par through the early portion of this second round. What are some keys for the day in order to set himself up for success?
Well, I think take advantage of some of the short par fours out here, Rich. You're only going to have a wedge in your hand. The shots that you could pretty much guarantee you can get inside 15 or 20 feet, you know there's a bunch of opportunities.
Wow, Frank, look at that one run out. Just blistered that tee shot.
Well, that has to be 325 if it's an inch.
Frank, what's the right approach here at the fourth?
Well, this green not only slopes back to front, but also left to right. So you can actually hit the ball slightly left of the flag. The green will feed it to the right.
Seems to like it. Looks like it's headed. Oh, without a doubt. That will be on the highlight reel later tonight. Excellent shot. Now to the par 4 fourth. At first glance, you see 440 yards. Some of us might say that's a long par 4. But in today's professional game, that is not long by any stretch, the way they are bombing it down there with that driver. He pays a price for that.
Yeah, when you don't see the top of the ball in the rough, you know it's not sitting pretty. You're going to need a bit of force to extract one out of there.
So missed the fairway, and now he's back where he needs to be.
Yeah, minimize the problems.
Ready for his third shot. Needs to hit this close. Nice approach shot. He'll be happy with that. Been pretty good all day from this distance, just trying to take care of business.
Whoa, that was unexplainable. I thought that was easily going to be a par.
I'll have to focus. Try to make bogey. Bad news is, Frank, that's a bogey, but the good news, still has the lead.
Can't afford another, though.
Well, Frank, what do you think of the 6th hole here at East Lake?
It's beautiful. That's if you don't want to play it, that's for sure. It just sits out there. You can see why it's one of the signature holes at East Lake. It's tempting, it's punishing, but it's also rewarding relative to the field.
A sensational shot right there, Frank.
Oh, you start beating your chest after a shot like that. That's the best we've seen into this hole to date.
This for another birdie on this hole on the week. Putting on a show, this tournament moves to 15 under par. We're at the 7th now.
It's too bad.
Frank, I like the way he sort of starts his swing a little bit on the outside and then drops it right on plane. Good-looking shot right here. Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on that. Easy birdie.
Just 5 feet left.
Rich, that just adds insult to injury to the rest of the field. Another birdie, and the gap even wider.
A sensational performance. Frank, back-to-back dog legs to the left as we step on the tee here at the 8th.
This one, a little different to the 7th hole. This one's fairly flat, and also that fairway runs out on the right side. You can try and flash it across all the bunkers. There's no real advantage. You have to respect those bunkers. It'll just leave you a sand iron, a wedge maximum in here. This is a good scoring opportunity, providing you hit the fairway.
Well, not this time. That one's in the rough. Might be a tough shot coming up. Frank, just into that first cut.
Yeah, it's sitting up. Really, this isn't too bad a situation.
What a display of shot making this has been, Frank.
That incredible approach shot there. The easiest of birdies coming up.
Comfortably inside the cut line, the young prodigy makes another birdie. Frank, did you hear the sound of that coming off the club face?
It was like a cannon. Long and straight.
That's how you do it. Excellent start off the tee. That's a great way to begin this hole. This is how the game is supposed to be played. This has been just outstanding. Beautiful to watch. That is classy.
A chance of going in.
Really not much to this. The only issue would be a lack of concentration or focus. Excellent front side. Trying to keep it going here on the second 9.
He's just playing beautifully, hitting so many good shots, giving himself so many opportunities. Can he keep it going? Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, it looks like.
Well, Mr. Ball does not meet Mr. Fairway. It's off, rough.
Well, that's what separates the good players from the great players, the ability to get it that close from that kind of lie. Wow, that was so close, Frank.
Just time to forget that one. I mean, he couldn't hit that much better.
This putt for par.
Just dwindling the holes down. Pars are fine right now.
It's just 197 yards. Frank, where's the trouble at this par 3?
More at the front, Rich. You can see why high soft landing shots are well rewarded at 11. Very tight in front of the screen and then starts to widen up. This is another one that's about distance control, iron play. The par 3s here at Eastlake are wonderful.
On the green, and a chance for birdie.
Second shot.
Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Now to the par 4 12th. It's only 391 yards, so Frank, where could a player run into some trouble here?
It's actually the green here, Rich. The whole hole slopes downhill, and when you look at the second shot into this green, it looks like it pitches back to the front, but that's an optical illusion. When you get onto this green, it's actually relatively flat, but you'd swear the green slopes towards you.
We moved that one out there, but he is not going to like the lie.
That moved down in the rough.
I don't know that approach will make the highlight reel, but he still has a chance if he makes this putt.
Yeah, 21's when you come of age, don't they say? 21 feet away.
Very well done. Almost made it.
Yeah, there'll be no stress for the next one.
You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. Oh, man.
I just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. Just a little tap in here. That's a bogey, but still in the lead.
Yes. We start to see shots in hand really valuable.
Now at the par 4 13th, and this one is all you want. Good, challenging tee shot, and then you need to put the ball in the right spot on the green. It slopes from back to front, and this one will require the player to be dialed in. Really powering up here. That's a good spot right there.
Center cut.
Wow, Frank, that was an absolute bomb right there.
Yeah, what's longer than long? Because we just saw it. Safely on deck.
Terrific golf shot. And now that for an easy birdie. Continues to amaze. Yet another birdie. And what a day it's been. Back here at the par 4 14th, we're ready to tee off. And into the thicker stuff.
Well, let's see if he can bludgeon this one out.
Frank, this ball's in the rough. You like to hinge just a little bit quicker on the takeaway when the ball is down like this?
No, when it's down, you've just got to make sure that you wind up almost like you're hitting a tee shot. This is not one to be dallied with. You've got to hit it powerfully, and you really have to focus on that club getting through the grass, past the ball, and out the other side.
Different day, different hole. Made bogey yesterday. He'll do better this time, it looks like. Oh, yeah, he's made it for a birdie. Now we're at the par 5 15th, and it's only 525 yards, so obviously a great chance to make a birdie, maybe even an eagle. But if you stray off the tee...
Well, when he goes after it like he is here... Can a ball explode?
That is big. I mean, really big.
Smoke that one.
You can play it from there, 300 yards away and in the fairway.
This could be a huge momentum swing here, Frank.
Yeah, one more good swing, and he's going to have an eagle putt coming up. I know you don't want to get ahead of yourself, but it is well on the cards.
He's making the game look very simple right now. See it, hit it, and he's got it right on track. Not a gimme, but well within his range. You can't leave an eagle putt short.
Now listen, any time I left it short, I didn't tell anybody. Don't tell anybody you left it short.
He's made it. Here we are. Missed that one, and it is going towards the rough. Not on the fairway here. This could be a tough shot coming up next. Right on 145 yards left to the flagstick. Frank, you've been around this game for a pretty long time. Are players, in fact, more athletic today than they were, say, 20, 25 years ago?
There's no question, Rich, they are. That we've borrowed from other sports. If you can't make the player better, you can make them more athletic. And in the end, you're still making the golfer better.
And he has it for birdie. Now the 17th hole here at East Lake, 455 yards, made famous a few years back by Bill Haas, who splashed one out of the water left of the green on his way to winning the FedEx Cup Championship. Looks to be putting everything into this one. Just destroyed it. Wow,
Frank, I mean, he put the thumb down on that one.
And kept it going, too. To mash that down like that, that's the air time, the hang time he got out.
Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on that. Easy birdie.
So a tester from 4 feet.
And he has it.
A good putt redeems all.
On to the finishing hole here at Eastlake Golf Club. Not many courses end with a par 3. It's always a fun finishing hole. This is a good-looking shot.
That is classy.
He had a chance of going in.
Birdie try again here today. Had a nice birdie on this hole yesterday. Stroked that with authority. Now to the final hole here at Eastlake Golf Club. And Frank, there aren't too many golf courses that finish with a par 3.
And that's why it's always under a debate whether you should finish on a par 3, especially one of this length. Twos are very, very hard to find on this green. And the reason why there's so many slopes and hollows here, the 2 bunkers, remember the great up and down from Jim Furyk from the right bunker? That's more than possible. But this is it. This is what it comes down to. Somehow make a 3.
NBC Golf Channel on EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live third-round coverage of the Peach Invitational. This could be really good, Frank.
Oh, straight at it.
That is tasty looking right there, Frank. Just a perfect spot in the fairway.
That is prime real estate. How do you get a lie like that? Seriously, you could hit any club from there.
Playing this par 4, still not on the green after that second shot.
That's still not done. A good third shot. Maybe get away here with par.
These are the kind of putts that keep a round going about 10 feet away for par. Settles in over the putt. That's not how you picture it, Frank, when you step on that first tee.
No, you'd like to go back to that first tee right now and start again.
Right about 9 feet here to the hole. Frank, you know what gets me about this game? Here a person makes a legitimate effort, makes a good stroke, and that ball spins around and is just laughing at the player. And now what's left? You could breathe on that ball. It counts the same as a 300-yard drive. It's not right.
But it's the beauty of the game.
Another good swing, and it looks like, Frank, another really good shot. Oh, can't hide the flagstick from that man. See if he can go one better than yesterday when he made par. This putt for birdie. And in for birdie. On this short par 4, a fairway wood off the tee should leave players with a short iron to the green. The front of the green is guarded by 2 large bunkers that are especially difficult you have to hold his cut on the right portion of the green. The green slopes from back to front and has several dominating ridges that make it very difficult to read. Wow, Frank, look at that one run out. Just blistered that tee shot.
Well, that has to be 325 if it's an inch.
That is professional with a capital P right there.
That's stealing.
Now to the par 4 fourth. At first glance, you see 440 yards. Some of us might say that's a long par 4, but in today's professional game, that is not long by any stretch. The way they are bombing it down there with that driver.
Long and straight.
That's how you do it. He just blasted that one down the fairway. Out there about 325 yards. Frank, on an uphill shot like this one, did you do anything differently in terms of your setup over the ball?
Yeah, I made sure the ball wasn't too far forward because on an uphill shot, there's always a struggle to get all your weight going forward. That just came out blazing. As soon as it hit the green, it was never going to stop.
Shot now from the rough. Frank, what's he facing?
Well, the lie first and foremost. If it's sitting down, then obviously you're not going to get a very good contact. Nothing wrong with coming up a little bit short of the green. Problem is turning one mistake into another.
These putts keep the round together. Continues to roll it very well all day long. Back on the tee here at East Lake, it's the fifth hole. This is a muscular par 4, Frank, at better than 500 yards.
You just take 4 and walk to the next tee on any given day, Rich. Blind tee shots, really have to hit a good one here. Otherwise, you're just sort of going to clock up at least a 5 straight away. Par 5 for the members, so it's a tough par 4 even for the pros.
Nice drive, right in the fairway, and a good swing on that one.
Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag. Safely on deck.
Good chance now for a birdie. That was an outstanding play.
Oh, it's almost a guarantee there after that shot.
And that's a birdie. The sixth green here at East Lake Golf Club, tracing back to the original Tom Bendelow design that opened back in 1908, built as the green for the par 5 16th. A Donald Ross rerouting 5 years later made it the target for a par 3 on the front 9.
It's in!
He made an ace, Frank. Can you believe it? Wow. Well, Frank, we've made it through the sixth unscathed. And here we are at the seventh hole. And a little movement to this par 4 goes to the left.
Exactly. The first hole that actually shapes that way at East Lake. There's one bunker down the left side. That short bunker not in play. You would think you'd want to draw it off this tee. But really, the best access to this undulating green is down the right side.
It's a good spot right there.
Center cut.
Well, it is nice to have that one in your bag, to be able to hit it that long.
Yeah, that has to be at least 315 yards.
Headed to the right, just a tad. Just a case of a hole suiting the player's eye. Made the birdie yesterday, and he has a good chance to make another one today. Oh, man.
I just pushed it.
Boy, that hurts. You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. That's how you keep a round going. Make them from that distance. Hole number 8, now another dogleg left. Set up here, 405 yards, par 4.
Rich, that is annihilation of a golf ball.
Absolutely love it. I mean, he just tore that thing to pieces. So that sets up a tougher second shot, missing the fairway with the drive, now in the rough. Oh, just a superb shot.
You're not going to see much better than that all day today.
This hole's been good to him. Birdie yesterday and trying for another one today. Good try, just didn't quite read the break, Frank.
It shouldn't be a problem, you'd think, cleaning up here for par.
That's how you maintain momentum. You make those putts for par. Rounding out the front side, and Frank, here we are, at last, at a par 5. And what are we looking at?
Good chance here for the long hitters to drive it down there as far as possible. The hole really gives into a nice draw off the tee. One of the reasons why you get that extra kick and bound down the hill, because that's the way the hole shapes. From there, long iron to a green that's built the other way, left to right. Chances for eagles, chances for birdies, but stray with a tee shot, and then all of a sudden you've got to worry about that lake when you lay up.
So from the rough back to the fairway, that's the right way to go.
Yeah, didn't take the bait, and at least now he's only going to play the price of a poor tee shot. Still got a good chance, though, getting away with par. Well, there's a big green, and they're going to use every inch of it.
That's a beautiful shot, and that sets him up for a really easy putt. Shouldn't be a problem here, but not a formality either. Frankie took plenty of time on this birdie putt. He looked at it from 3 different angles. He forgot one very important ingredient.
Yeah, pace. You can definitely fall in love with the line, even with approach shots as well, but obviously we see it more on putting.
Setting up to start the back 9 here, and if it's anywhere near as good as the front 9, Frank, he'll be very happy with his score at the...
Oh, he's winding this one up. Does he have the power though?
That is a heat-seeking missile right there. Wow. Good contact, good result. Frank, you played in conditions all over the world. Here come the winds now. What's the mindset?
Well, this is really what separates the men from the boys. This is where you've got to tell yourself, and it's an advantage to you. Obviously, the scores will go up a little bit, given the conditions. But once again, this is going to suit the stronger player today.
I like the old phrase, swing easy when it's breezy.
Definitely when you're hitting it into a head breeze. But if down breeze, tee it up a little bit, try and ride that wind some more.
Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Now at the only hole on the course that starts with a 1 at the beginning of the yardage, this par 3 11th, just under 200 yards, right around 197. I mean, that's how the game is played, right there.
He's just making it look so easy. That birdie coming up, formality.
Continues to amaze, yet another birdie, and what a day it's been. Now to the par 4 12th. It's only 391 yards, so Frank, where could a player run into some trouble here?
It's actually the green here, Rich. The whole hole slopes downhill, and when you look at the second shot into this green, it looks like it pitches back to front. But that's an optical illusion. When you get onto this green, it's actually relatively flat. But you'd swear the green slopes towards you.
That is a fantastic long shot.
There's no way he could hit that without a tail breeze. Surely that breeze had to help there.
Frank, obviously way too much club there.
You've got to think something like that, or at least misread the wind. This is never going to sit down.
Oh, yeah, he's made it for a birdie. This is a par 4 that will test the players. 476 yards, the 13th hole. And, Frank, it's a good driving hole.
It certainly is. It plays closer to 500 yards because you're going uphill. Avoid the two bunkers on the left. That's a given there. You can see those off the tee. And that second shot, make sure you take enough club to carry that bunker on the left.
And now it's right in his wheelhouse. Good position where he can attack the pin.
Yeah, he has all those options now. That ball's sitting up. You can bring it in high. You can bring it in low. The choice is yours.
Well, this one should be safely on deck here. He's making the game look very simple right now. See it, hit it, and he's got it right on track. Bogey here yesterday, chance to better that today. Good putt. Old oaks and tall pines make this straightaway par 4 a really tight and demanding driving hole. Longer tee shots could leave a difficult side hill stance along the right side of the fairway. That two-tiered green is bunkered on both sides with the green sloping again from back to front. Players placing their ball below the hole will have chances for birdie. This is some drive. I'm reminded of the old Phillies baseball announcer, Harry Callis, who used to say, "That ball is out of here." Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on that. Easy birdie.
He has this putt for birdie. He's made it. This par 5 15th measures in at only 525 yards. There is a chance to get to the green in two without question, but there's also some trouble out there. He'll be happy with that. In the fairway, now a good chance to attack this hole. Playing his second shot here at the par 5. Headed for the bunker? Well, a bit unfortunate. In the bunker, Frank.
Well, it'll be interesting to see what his bunker plays like. I mean, this skill, and that was sublime.
Just good hands, coming out of the rough, able to manage the distance, and now in great position. In for birdie. Moving on to number 16 now, 481-yard par 4. Oh, he loves that one. You can see it. This one is high, it is deep, and it is gone. Frank, downhill shot here. Will he have to take it just a little bit easier?
Yeah, be careful with the ball position as well. If you play the ball too far forward and try and scoop it, it's not going to work.
This one looks like it's headed right for the middle of the dance floor, Frank.
Rather nice shot, I would say.
Beautiful shot. That is tight.
Unbelievable. That is one to savor for the rest of the round. Comfortably knocks it in.
Just 2 holes left here at East Lake. Frank, we have another par 4 set at 455 yards. Frank, now one of the most important shots of the round, the second here at the 17th at East Lake.
It's amazing what a second shot in the middle of the green will do, especially in this sort of a situation, Rich. You can putt to all the corners of this green.
Playing this par 4, still not on the green after that second shot.
But still not done. A good third shot, maybe get away here with par. Well, it was almost like that's what he wanted to do, but why would you want it to run over the back?
Ball sitting down here in the rough. He's digging in. Ooh, what a shot right there. Beautifully done. The 18th hole here at East Lake is a par 3, 235 yards to the green.
This one starting down the right does not look like it's going to draw back towards the flag.
But it will catch the green. Frank made this hole just a little bit harder hitting it into the rough.
I would say a lot harder.
Second shot coming out of the rough here. Oh, what an incredible shot. Now to the final hole here at East Lake Golf Club. And Frank, there aren't too many golf courses that finish with a par 3.
And that's why it's always under a debate whether you should finish on a par 3, especially one of this length. Twos are very, very hard to find on this green. And the reason why there's so many slopes and hollows here, the 2 bunkers, remember the great up and down from Jim Furyk from the right bunker, that's more than possible. But this is it. This is what it comes down to. Somehow make a 3.